Happy Thursday, Wilmington, Ohio, 45177. Um, sorry, I just walked in. Stinking. What it would be like uh, for these people, or what it's going to be like for that individual that becomes the whistleblower. Excuse me for a moment. So many think that their gang is tight. I mean, they think nobody's going to tell. Nobody's going to tell. Somebody's going to tell. Because think about what it's going to be like if somebody doesn't, and all these people get busted anyway. So what happens is, these people's going to throw their cards in and say, "Fuck this, man! I can't breathe. I can't take this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. I cannot live in the confines of this cowardly, parasitic bastard mob anymore. I can't do it." And they're going to throw their cards in, and they're going to get the rights of a whistleblower. They're going to get federal protection, and then they're going to spill the beans on all of you rat bastards. That's my prediction. Because a lot of people take serious and they take their oaths very serious, and all the hard work that they've put into their education, becoming what they've done, what they are. I mean, they're not going to throw that away, relying upon shitbags. Shitbags who won't be able to make it without the protection of their loyal group. In the real world outside this state, they're not going to last because people are going to see what immoral and unethical bags of ass that they are. And that's one of the reasons that the FBI came to the state of Ohio and stated that it was of the most corrupt in the United States where public corruption is concerned. So, um, my thoughts, I have lots of thoughts, and um, I know of things that are in the works. I do that. But then it's a triggering mechanism, and I'm going to tell you what I know is several members of the Ohio Supreme Court watch my podcast. I know they do. The disciplinary council, and I'm glad because Operation Exposure is well underway. A lot of them know it, and they know that two regular schmoes in Clinton County, Ohio, is going to rock their fucking worlds. How about that? Well, there's more than two. Let me assure you that there's more than just myself and Daryl. There are others that still remain behind the scenes because of fear. They don't want to be fucked with at their jobs. They don't want to be threatened. They don't want disbarment. They don't want lots of things. So let me assure you, jackasses, of something. Listen, when you catch members of the disciplinary council not knowing what the fuck they're talking about, and when their own law that they are supposed to be able to be definitive with, they don't even know, and like, uh-oh. Um, but here's the thing: faking the funk and getting. I mean, it just makes me wonder, man, how these people. All you got to do is look at the reviews, and wow, who are these people protecting? And then you got special prosecutors getting caught lying, ladies and gentlemen, lying. So there is going to come. I think there's going to be at some point a grand sweep. I really I believe that. I believe that the new administration, who doesn't take too kindly to public corruption, um, I think there's going to be a large sweep. I thank God that the Vice President of the United States is a United States Marine. I thank God. You want to talk about a line, Mr. Lawyer, Mr. Judge? You're going to get it. You're going to get a firsthand view of what a real fucking line is, because there's one that stands for morals, ethical actions, courage, intestinal fortitude, acting with honor, and then there's shitbags who take a very prestigious vocation, and they fucking pervert it, and they twist it, and they demonize it, and they weaponize it, and then they find themselves in the company of like people, and then they create their own little society. But really, all you have is a big box of fucking cowards. That's what you have. I don't give a fuck if I offend you or not. I don't give a shit. I'm not looking for ratings. But what I'm saying is an absolute fucking fact. And when you have other, lawyers who state this same thing that pretty much coincides with what I'm saying, but yet they kind of live in fear. Gee, but that bothers me too. That bothers me too. I mean, if you have, and you worked your ass off for something that you have, I would protect it with your life. I would not go down with I would not have my name next to some of these immoral pieces of shit who have called themselves fucking honorable while they fucking rape and pillage your fucking communities because of their last names or their titles. I don't need to remind you historically what shit like that has started and how it fucking ended up. Do I? Boy, I hope not. But in any regard, if you have not taken a look at what was filed, you should really go to the citizen's arrest of Clinton County. Mr. Caligiuri, I sent you a copy. Before you go closing the doors on Mr. Ruddock, you might want to read that, because the implications in that one is fucking strong. And if you haven't looked at it, for some of you, I would highly advise you go out and look at it, because this is going to put your asses in federal court like nobody's business. It's going to. I got a prediction. Because the way it's written, you're not going to have a choice. There's not going to be a choice. Mr. Henry is not going to have a choice other than to place this in the hands of a federal prosecutor. And well, they could be held accountable too. But I think these days of cover-ups, I think they're coming to a swift end. I really do, because I think some of the people that are also implicated in this are by, oh shit. Yes, I would be doing and that's henceforth the title. I would say if you at any point in your Wilmington, Ohio, Clinton County career were ever handled an evidence packet, I would highly fucking suggest you have a coming to God real soon. Because when you have what's called forensics fucking evidence of foul play, and you overlook it, and you simply say, oh, we got this covered, motherfucker, you have nothing covered. What you've done is simply state, I saw this and became complicit. That's simply what you're telling the world. So, this being said, yes, what it would be like to breathe freely with a clear conscience and just release that shit. I would be jumping on board with probably more than one of whistleblowers by now, would be my guess, because I would say there's probably one or two running to that fucking whistleboard closet or whistleblowing closet. And that's the fun piece. All you have to do to kind of see the gang, my opinion, this is, again, all this stuff is just my opinion. All you got to do to take a look and find the gang is to look at everyone that wrote a love letter for Judge Ruddock and his hearing. Go take a look. It's fascinating. everybody's pounding their chest on who they are. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck who you are? I mean, like if I'm sitting on a panel looking at some dipshit who is trying to fucking even deceive me and feed me a line of bullshit because he's so fucking arrogant, I'm going to look at the rest of these jackasses and say, I'm going to look at your fucking integrity now. I'm like, you're backing this shit? That's what I'm looking at. Because that's how you find out. Because if I've been around people, I've led enough people, and that's the problem with some of these motherfuckers. They've never truly led a human being in their life. They've just been unaccountable and left to make decisions, and they become and start pounding their chest. But when you have that experience of leading thousands of people, well, and you see, you know this is a shit bag, and then you see other people coming to his aid, but mostly they're writing about themselves, giving their repertoires and their pedigrees. Like, okay, who gives a fuck? What are you telling me that's going to save this guy? So it was pretty much a big purse full of arrogant assholes. My opinion. I mean, yeah, my opinion. I noticed the other judge candidate that got beat also wrote some love letters. You got to see it, folks. You really got to see it. And what you do is you go to the Ohio Professional Board of Conduct. I'm gonna list this. What the hell? I'm going to list this where you can go to stuff. But what you do is you go to the Ohio Board of Professional Conduct, and you go to cases down at the bottom. Go to cases. Once you get to cases, you're going to go to flip to page 2, and you're going to find Judge Ruddock's name. You're going to click into that, and you're going to see a list of little PDFs. And then you go to let me tell you. Stipulations. Because there's several labels. You go to stipulations. And flip through that and look at all the look, they said mean stuff about me. They said, well, of course we did, motherfucker. Because you're a shitbag. I mean, and that's the thing about the United States of America. We have this freedom of speech. And if you're a leader or a public official, we can criticize you, and we don't have to watch our language. We don't have to be nice, you fucking bags of ass. We don't have to be, and that's the good part. And stand by. I'm in the middle of a podcast. I got to call you back. So, yeah. But my family built a house here in 1200 BC. You know what would have been? I don't understand the problem people have with simply owning your fuck ups. I mean, if that were me and I did what that dickhead did, I would be like, I did that. I did. I fucked up. And you know what? I was mad as hell. I became emotional. I'm about to retire and I don't give a fuck. And I think it's obvious. That's what I would have done. What the fuck are they going to do? Sanction you? Take your law license? You don't need that. You don't need that. Honestly, I hope that's what the hell they do to both of them. I'm serious. I hate to say it. I hate to say that I don't want to see somebody have a livelihood, but when you abuse something so horribly, you don't fucking deserve that prestige. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, you don't. I mean, if it was me outside the law license, your ass, hey, you're chucking it up now. Hey, I'm fucking retired and I don't give a shit about political recourse. Yeah, okay, good. Have fun flipping burgers at fucking McDonald's for the next 10 years because you're not practicing law. So that's what I would do. But the idea, the idea. I mean, these people think they are so above being held accountable. It's. I mean, but the other piece was sort of like the fixation on myself and Daryl. Well, because we were making the most sense and we were showing facts. You know, I'm gonna tell you, if somebody's out there talking shit and throwing lies about me, I'm not gonna justify it with fucking my time. I'm not. The people that know me know it's bullshit. I mean, they know. Um, come correct or not at all, come with proof. And if you, yeah, I mean, that's what happened here. I mean, you're talking about 60,000. I mean, and anyway, so I would journey to say that those that are out there that really love what they do, they don't want it taken from them. The hard work that they endured going through college and going to law school, which I heard that shit was a bear. I heard it was hard as hell. I don't think they want to lose it for the likes of dipshits. I just don't think they do. I don't think they're going to get. I don't think they're going to. My opinion. I don't think they're going to pull a Melander and take that big ass raise and stay. It's a figure of speech. It really happened. I mean, you can look at this guy's and rumor has it. Again, this is hearsay, rumor, and it's kind of coincides and looks pretty damn obvious that that's what happened, but no one can say for sure. But you have Melander who was pissed off at Dickman and McCoy and Wilkins and was about to file, I guess, disciplinary complaints against two of them, I guess, or possibly all three of them. All of a sudden, McCoy gave him a fucking $70,000 raise, man, and Melander shut up for a few months. And then, I guess, he got pissed off because Daryl and myself was hounding, and you're not protecting me, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But all of a sudden, he said, fuck this, and he quit. I mean, he attempted to go after Daryl for he was using a law. I mean, this is what these shitheads are doing. And might I add, they're using a law for battered women initially, civil stalking protection orders to silence speech. That's where that was their goal. That was their angle. The fuck? Really? I mean, if you look at the I got the video, by the way, and I'm going to try to upload that for you guys. The back and forth with Melander and Daryl. Daryl fucking he mauled their asses. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. They weren't ready for that shit. They're not. I mean, it was funny to watch. It really was, because you have these two very hypersensitive lawyers who, hypersensitive. I mean, they were just trying to put high emphasis on things, like make it over dramatized, and Daryl just brought him back down. No, look, this is how it is. This is how it is, and that's how it was. You want to see? And it's, oh yeah, sure, let me see. And oh boy, he proved them wrong. Bye, get the fuck out. So, in any regard, it was hilarious, and the appellate court. I think it was the appellate court that see you, get out of here, man. Stop throwing the shit up here. But you show up in Warren County courts or Clinton County or these local things, they got that shit covered. I wonder how many cases go to the Court of Appeals or federal court from Clinton County, Ohio, and Warren County. I would love to see it. I would. That would be a fascinating, and to see how many of them are overturned. And I would also like to meet the attorney that initially nicknamed Clinton County Kangaroo Court, the Common Pleas Court. That's what it was nicknamed. So anyway, while you guys are out there, and here's the thing, I know you're not sleeping well. I know you're not. You're not. I mean, the shit that must be going on in your head on how and when. Can you imagine that, ladies and gentlemen, laying in a bed knowing how fucked up you are and how much of a fuck up you've been your entire life and all the crimes that you've committed, and one day in your old age or close to old age, somebody knocks on your fucking door and says you're under arrest, or they raid your fucking house and all your neighbors sees it? Oh my God. Can you imagine that? And you've lived this whole life and making everybody, deceiving everybody, making everyone think that you're fucking special and that you're good and that you're honorable. And come to find out, you're a dirty fucking piece of shit with a fucking law license and a position. Could you imagine that? My opinion. But could you imagine that? Laying in bed wondering when it's going to happen. Maybe they just burst in your both doors and throw some flashbangs in there and raid your ass. I wonder how they're going to do it if they do it. Imagination, hypothetically, of course. And everybody they're attached to. Because I got to tell you, I mean, when the FBI recognizes that, I hate to think that they're just going to put it off on their back burner. Nah. I mean, that's especially when they mention it, and they're probably, you probably just got put on the fucking wrong radar. And I'll tell you, if you don't know, there's been FBI investigations last fucking 7, 8, 9 years. I mean, for real. When they do grandiose busts like that, I mean, from what I understand, Nathan Holbrook, he fucking went shopping in Cincinnati. I mean, so yeah, I mean, just because you got the title of judge or magistrate or lawyer, do you think you're above the law? Do you think the feds won't beat your door down and shackle your ass and drag you out in your fucking underwear and take you to a prison cell or a holding cell? I think we can use Google AI for that. Sort of like Justin Dickman does every time he gets used to fucking ask a legal question. I'm sorry, that was a joke. My opinion. It was just a joke. But anyway, yeah. What it's like to free your conscience. Coming clean, man. Praying to God, hey, I want amnesty. That's how you do it. Say, hey, I'll make a deal. I will make you a deal. I will drop the fucking dime on all these crooked motherfuckers. I'll tell you where bodies are at. I'll tell you who killed who. I can't take this shit anymore. And then it's just a weight lifted off your shoulders. Maybe you get probation or something. I don't know. I don't know about those folks that again, I mean, you're not, I mean, when you swear an oath before God and your position is to uphold the law and be the bringer of justice, and you pervert it, knowing in your heart of hearts that you are doing so, how long do you think that's going to last? How long? And I got to tell you, yeah. Anyway, going to be some new revelations with my house thing. Oh Lord. Anyway, so federal courts are amazing. They seem to be more serious, taken more serious, and federal courts of appeals, requesting changes of. I mean, yeah. I mean, as you there's. I mean, it's going to be fascinating stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I would, if you have not looked into what a charter city is, I'm going to be pushing for it because when you have elections and nobody's running for these positions, and you get people that run uncontested and they just win something by default, well, what happens? Well, you get people that show up fucking drunk every day for work, smelling like alcohol, not giving a shit because they really didn't earn their position because nobody ran against them. Or you get dumbasses who are not so bright. I mean, we want people in these positions that know what the hell they're doing, don't we? And a charter city will allow that. And that's the thing. The people essentially run the government. And that's what needs to happen. It needs to be put in the hands of the people. And we decide who can run where and from where. Because I'll be honest with you, if there's a chief or a sheriff that comes from another county that hey, I'll go up there and take control like a Buford Pusser and show you what's up. I'll vote for his ass any day. 3 days. I mean, speaking of the sheriff, he's mentioned in this complaint. So yeah, can you imagine how many times some of these officials around here has had to lawyer up? Oh my God! I mean, and this one, oh boy. Again, you have to. Let me see here. I'm just going to give you a brief. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Boom, 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 boom. Is it a night begun? Night destroys the day. Try to run, try to hide. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other. Oh. Come on, man. What the hell? Sorry, guys. Here's just an idea. The length of the complaint. Oh, gotta catch up. Oh, gotta catch up. You get the gist. It's over 100 pages. And again, forensics. Keep this in mind. You got to keep this in mind. We're the only ones with recorded witness statements from Andy Napier's death in custody. We're the only ones that have them. Wages composed and signed their statements at the time it happened because they said they're not writing shit. There's a forensics world-renowned Eric Specken. I mean, you can look that guy up. I think he went to engineer school when he was 15 years old. Oh no, he's just an ink blotter. You fucking dork. No, this guy is fucking Doogie Howser. So And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, the state has not went and got their own, because if they have, they probably haven't told us. What they've probably got is from their forensics gurus at BCI and or whomever they've gotten their opinion from, if they even got one. They're like, you expect us to go against this guy or refute what he's saying? Well, we can't, for one thing, because what he's saying is fucking true. And you want me to risk my 12, 16 years of school for this guy? This fucking guy who, fuck you. It ain't happening. I wouldn't. There's no fucking way I would ever put my, as a doctor of science, 12, I don't know how many years they go to school, but there's no way I'm putting my life, my livelihood, my family's livelihood, way of life, my income for some shitbag like that. Not happening. Not happening. So keep that in mind. The state never refuted what Eric Specken said with their own science. They said, "Well, get second opinions. Get second opinions." It was on his to-do list. He never got them. Drew Wood said, "Well, we'll put them crimes back to, or we'll send those crimes back to the county." What crimes, Drew Wood? What crimes was that? So you admitted there were crimes. Brian Scheidecker, what crimes have you have you seen any crimes come across your desk from Special Prosecutor Drew Wood? Have you seen those? So the implications on this motherfucker is deep. It's deep. And if you don't have what it takes to back what you say, I mean, especially, could you imagine all the names that we pass these packets out to? Because boy, we send we I think there were upwards of 10 packets made that we just started taking and passing out the evidence to judges, prosecutors, law directors, police chiefs, state highway patrol chiefs. So many. But I'll give it to the patrol barracks. They forwarded it on to where it needed to be. Where it happened there, I don't know, but I'll give them that. They did. I mean, it was out of their hands, and they said, "Hey, this is beyond me. I'm going to forward this." That's what they did. But not the people here, not the connected people here who thought they had the entire shoe laced up. Motherfucker, there's another foot.